So a store sells t-shirts with logos on them. Last year, the store sold 600 of these t-shirts at $15 each, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sales manager is planning an increase in the price. A survey indicates that for each $1 increase in the price, 30 fewer t-shirts will be sold. What price will maximize the revenue? So when I see the word maximize, it's completing the square to get vertex form. That's like number one is complete the square, get vertex form, read off the vertex, okay? So here's if I were to try to make money on anything, right? I would I'd have a number of something, right? Like an inventory, and then I'd have how much I was going to charge for it, right? So those are your two equations, right? And then it also says here, and this is the case for all of these revenue questions, how much money will I make? What will maximize the revenue? You're going to say let X represent the number of $1 price increases. Does that make sense? Okay. This is the same every time you see like maximum revenue. You're gonna say X represents the number of time I'm gonna increase the price or decrease the price every time. Okay. So let's go back to my two equations. Okay. I have numbers and I have like an inventory equation, and I'm gonna have a dollar equation, right? So let's say with numbers, I'm gonna have 600 of these shirts, right? So 600, right? And then what happens?
Increase
By
30 fewer.
Okay, so I'm gonna lose t-shirts, 30, based on what? How many times I increase the price? So X.
Yeah.
And then I go to my dollar equation, right? So let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna charge $15 each, right? And then I'm gonna increase or decrease the price.
Increase.
So plus, and it's by how much? 1x. 1x. Right? Perfect. That's every time. Every single time you see a revenue question like this, it gets set up like this. Okay. Now, how do I make money? This is my revenue. How do I make money? I'm going to take the number of whatever I have, and I'm going to multiply it by how much I sell it for. Right? Does that make sense? So now I can just put the two equations in that I just came up with. So 600 minus 30x multiplied against 15 plus x. Okay? And then you can distribute out. Right? So you're gonna get a trinomial that represents the amount of money that could be made. Okay? So I don't know what's 600 times 15. What's 600 times 15, you think?
600 times 15. 600 times 10 is going to be 6,000. 5 times 600 is going to be 3,000. 3,000. So it's going to be, what was the? 8,000?
9,000.
9,000? I forgot my first number there.
You could think of it as 600 times 1,000, or sorry, 600 times 10 is going to be 6,000 plus another half. What's another half of 6,000? 3.
Yeah. That's how I was trying to do it. Good. But I forgot my first number. So
good. There you go. Okay, so then I'm just simply like expanding, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
9,000 plus 600x. What's 30 times 15? 300. Is it 450?
Yeah.
Is it? Let's make sure. You don't want to do this question have it wrong. So it's negative 30 times 15, 450. So minus 450x, and then minus 30x squared. Yeah. So then I'm gonna rewrite this negative 30x. I'm gonna write it in descending.
Where did the squared come from?
The x and x.
Okay.
When you expand it.
Okay.
Good. So now I'm going to write it in descending order, but I'm going to collect the like terms in the middle as well, right? So 600 minus 450 is going to be 150. So it's negative 30x plus 150x plus 9,000. Right? There's my trinomial. Right? That represents the revenue or the amount of money that I'm going to make, right?
And then you find the square and the vertex. And that's
Yeah.
your...
So now I'm going to complete the square.
Mm-hmm.
So maximum revenue, complete the square.
Yeah.
Right? So I can factor out the negative. What's the rule?
Sorry?
What's the rule with this? A value has to be 1,
Yeah.
right? So this 30 has to come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go away. So I'm going to take it out. So max R, right, is equal to negative 30, and then I'm going to open a square bracket, and it's x squared minus 5x. And how many times does that go? 300 into... Oh, no, we don't need it.
Yeah.
So when I learned this, when I got taught this, I always had to... Yeah, good. Okay. I never threw the last one away until the end. Let's see how quick you can go now.
Five divided by 2 is 2.5, so it's the 6.25 again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's x squared minus 5x plus 6.25 minus 6.
Yeah. Just don't make the mistake on the next line.
0.25 minus 6.25, and then you do the plus 9,000. So in the next line, it's going to become x minus 2.5.
Good. X minus 2.5. That's what I
Yeah.
was getting at. Good. Because that's the Z. That's half the Z value, right?
Mm-hmm. It's 2.5 squared. And then minus 6.25.
Careful. So the 30's got a... Yeah, you're right. Continue. Sorry, I didn't know you still had the square
Yeah.
brackets in there.
And then plus 9,000.
7.5 plus 9,000.
7.5?
No, I'm ahead of you. Keep going. You do the next line.
Okay.
To put the negative 30 back in there, okay?
So it's going to be negative 30x plus... negative 30x minus 2.5 squared.
Say again, sorry?
Negative 30x minus 2.5 squared.
Yeah, and then the negative 30 has to go on the negative 6.25 as well on the inside, right?
Negative 30 times negative 6.25. What's 30 times 6?
Oh, it was 187.5.
Oh. So it's plus 187.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then plus 9,000. Negative 30x minus 2.5 squared plus 9,187.5.
9,187.5. Perfect. Okay.
And so then the vertex, if this were a parabola, would be
Oh, it's a parabola for sure, right? If you have
Yeah.
vertex, the vertex form.
is 2.5
Okay.
and positive 2.5
Yeah.
and 9,187.5.
Yeah, and what's that mean relative to the context of the question?
It means that if the store owner increases the price by
Yeah.
2.5, that will
Yeah, good, perfect.
by
yeah.
$2.5,
Yeah.
then the maximum revenue, that's the maximum revenue. Like
Yeah.
that's the most they're gonna get,
Yep.
which is 9,100